Imagine becoming a sultan, and the first decision you must make is whether your own brothers should live or die. In the Ottoman Empire, this was not considered murder. It was law. In the early Ottoman state, there was no fixed rule of succession. Every prince had a claim to the throne. When a sultan died, his sons often fought for power. After the defeat of Bayezid I, his sons plunged the empire into more than a decade of civil war. The state nearly collapsed. Multiple heirs meant instability. In the 15th century, Mehmed II formalized a controversial rule. Whichever son became sultan could execute his brothers for the order of the world. The logic was brutal, but clear. One ruler, no rivals, no civil war. Executions were carried out quietly, often at night. For nearly a century, this system produced strong and decisive rulers, but it also ruled the dynasty with fear. The most extreme example was Mehmed III. When he took the throne, he ordered the execution of 19 brothers. 19. By the early 17th century, the empire changed course. Under Sultan Ahmed I, systematic fratricide was abandoned. Instead of execution, princes were confined inside the palace in a secluded section known as the Kafes, the cage. They were kept alive, but isolated from politics. When the Kafes replaced fratricide, it changed the nature of Ottoman leadership. Several sultans who grew up in confinement later ruled the empire. Mustafa I spent years in isolation. When he became sultan, his reign was unstable and short. Ibrahim I also grew up in the Kafes. Isolation deeply affected him. His rule became controversial and unpredictable, but not every outcome was negative. Ahmed I, who moved away from the systematic fratricide, ruled at a young age and maintained relative stability. Some later rulers who experienced confinement still governed effectively. The Kafes did not automatically create weak sultans, but it often produced rulers without real political experience. Isolation protected their lives, but not always their readiness. Fratricide protected the state at a terrible moral cost. The Kafes preserved life, but sometimes weakened leadership. One system feared civil war, the other feared bloodshed. The Ottoman Empire survived both, but each left scars on the dynasty. So tell me, was it cruelty or political survival? And if you had ruled the empire, which path would you have chosen?